Let's get some little squids in here. Make the sandwich? Yeah, that motherfucker was made. Make the sandwich. Oh, we got 5 people in here. 5 people. Let's give we'll give West Kentucky a first one here. Colorado, I don't see them having a chance. Second doesn't really matter. But $5 footlongs. Bear, you love $5 footlongs in your mouth. We're gonna quickly go over a couple of these games quick. This one happened, I believe this happened in the afternoon, around noontime today, around 2 o'clock. Looks like Florida State did a little belt to ass. I don't need to talk about this one too much. Third down, we got to figure that out, Stash, buddy. Third downs were kind of rough. Arrow's looking like a threat, though. Shouldn't be in that bottom tier. Bear, I believe this just happened when I was at the tobacco shop. Bear, this is going to potentially... Austin Aguilar pulled J.J. McCarthy out. What the hell? How he goes for a good amount. 200 plus easily. Maybe even 1,000. Here, this is how you make someone get out of rope. Be careful, buddy. Belt to ass. Next one. Salzy is, him and Frizz. I know Salzy's been a big threat here. This guy can make some noise in the playoffs. Was put in the German sauna. I think Brandon's been sipping. Good job of Salzy. Whoa. Almost did some voodoo there. This one happened last night, late o'clock. Apparently this is like one of the best games. I had to rewatch it. I know Jake got a crazy pick at the very end. And then in the second play, I think that was in overtime, Jake got a crazy pick. He dove. And, holy fuck, we got 9 motherfuckers in this? But yeah, so Jake dove, got a crazy pick, and then he scored on the first play. I didn't get to see what happened in the end of the fourth quarter. Apparently a bunch of crazy shit happened, but this was an instant classic right here. Two really, really good teams. But this time of possession, though, I know Jake likes to have his cock in his hand when he's at the line, so I'm not surprised here. That's Jake's biggest weapon, is the clock. Jake loves the clock. And then me and JJ just played. It was a pretty good game. You know, he scored on the first drive. I was like, whoa, this is going to be a tough game. And then I came down. I was driving really, really, really good. I was pounding that rock. And I decided to do one little throw, and I threw a pick. And it costed the game, basically. But JJ's a great player. He won it all last year. I'm sure he'll be making another run. So there's that. That's a quick little recap of these games here. Another thing is I'm going to talk about quickly. I'm going to be looking for 3 new commissioners. You will have a free buy-in, and the buy-in is going to be $5 every 2 seasons. I have a bunch of prices set out for conference championship winners. It's different depending on what tier you're in. And then for commissioners, you're also getting like a $2 bonus and maybe some other bonuses potentially. Winner, who's getting their shit booted for commission league? That shit. Bear, settle down. I'm projecting that we'll have $18 to pay out the championship and runner-up. I was thinking of doing 14-4 or 15-3, and then everything else is covered. But so there's that. And what commissioners will be doing is they will be in charge of a certain tier. Like for example, I'm going to be in charge of the elite and the bronze, and then. But yeah, basic commissioner stuff. You will have to do media and a couple more things. It's not going to be too crazy. And then let's go look at the bracket quick. We can predict that North Carolina will probably go to the 12 seed. DJ goes up to 11, I think. Is that all that's going to probably change? I think the top 4 are locked. So where would... I wonder if Florida State will leapfrog Brandon. Then Brandon has to play Frizz. Or no. Brandon would have to play SMU. Uh-oh, Brandon's not going to like that one. Brandon, I have a good feeling here you might be the... Unless... Brandon's going to be pissed if he has to... Well, who knows what's going to happen. Some of the bottom bracket's brutal. Get the fuck out of there. Anyway, we're gonna advance here. Drum roll. Anyone got anything to say? Should we retire and just fucking quit the whole league out? Should I force advance to fucking the national championship? Start trolling. I want to see this quick. Biggie a bitch. Biggie a bitch. Oh yeah, if Deadly sees this, I want him to make sure that he sees this. Do one quick thing. I want to see something that I did for him. He asked me to force loss a bunch of things, and I did. I force lost a bunch of games for you, Deadly, just so you had a better chance of maybe sneaking in as a 12 seed. Anyway, we're gonna advance here. Quickly show the bracket, and then we're deucing. Bracket, here it is. Bang! What is it? Oh my God! Oregon Ducks made the playoffs. A computer team. Someone got fucked. Oh no. That's really sad. And I couldn't give North Carolina a loss last week because they weren't even in a conference championship. Damn, that sucks. I'm playing a fucking computer team. I mean, it's good for me, but that's fucked up. I can't believe that Deadly didn't get in over... Brandon, you're playing SMU and then you'll play Jake. Wow. That is... Brandon, poor Brandon, and then, wow, that's, I didn't expect that. That's for damn sure. By the way, Jax, you could have played the season. You were being a bitch for that, by the way, if you're in here. A lot of capping going on. Settle down. I want to see this again quick. This... see, I wish that they would have got... I gave them a forced loss or two, too. This sucks. It sucks. I would have loved to see North Carolina... he should have been the 12th seed, 100%. Even though he lost the game, he might say he did not He doesn't deserve it, but when you're in a conference championship, you shouldn't be fucked over from a loss from that, in my opinion. So this right here makes me sad. One of these two teams should have been in, and I believe Stash did beat Deadly, if I'm not mistaken. So therefore, Stash should have been this 12 seed. Let's go look at Oregon's fucking schedule here quick. I just want to go take a peek at it. They had 3 losses and they got in, which is crazy. I know I force lost them a couple, like at least a game. Yeah, I made sure to lost them for this week. I know. Yeah. I did some. Oregon was like a couple, like at one point they're ranked like 20, like right around here. So I didn't think there's a chance for them to make this big of a leap. That blows. Yeah, bottom bracket. JJ is brutal. So watch me lose guys to the damn computer. Wouldn't that be something? But no, everything happens for a reason. No, I don't get to play Stash. I'm kind of sad about that. I wanted him to get his playoff shot. I guess I gave Oregon the force win, but at this point they're ranked 20. So however the fuck they decide to go from 20 to 12 is beyond me. Yeah, I know. I did that so Aaron and East Carolina's game mattered. But it shouldn't have mattered, though, because they were ranked 20. There's no reason that they should jump up like that. Who else is in the close? TCU, 8-4, Ohio. Imagine Ohio, Bobcats, man. That would have been sweet. So I'm assuming if I didn't, let's say I didn't touch, or if last week I forced lost Buffalo in the championship, and so Buffalo would have been the team that would have been in instead of North Carolina if I didn't give them a forced loss too. So that's something crazy. Louisiana Tech would have probably, actually it would have been Louisiana Tech, but I gave them a forced loss in the conference championship, and they're at 15, so they would have went from 15 to 12 if I didn't do that too. So there's computers all over the fucking place. Sucks that we got one in. It is what it is. What was it again? Louisiana Tech and Buffalo. Either one of these teams would have made it in. Colorado State. Anyway, good luck, guys. That's the bracket. Oh, we can look at Heisman finalists quick, too. DJ, I know what route you love to run with this guy. Make sure to end right here. And I will close out the video. And everyone, good luck, and I'll see you for 26. Thanks, guys. It's been fun.